Hello, welcome, day 2 of our Take 5s. This is Tuesday and we are in chapter 39 of Job. And this is where Job is, again, as God continues his speech, reminded to stay in his lane. I think this is the moment where Job must have been just taking account of his ignorance, taking account of who he really is in front of this almighty God who, God even says, is the wild ox willing to serve you. He says, do you clothe the horse's neck with his mane? Talks about, is it by your understanding that the hawk soars and spreads his wings towards the south? Is it by your understanding that the eagle mounts up? It's real cutting stuff for a guy who's pretty good. Job, the Bible describes Job as blameless, upright. He feared God. He turned away from evil. I think, oh man, if this is how Job is responded to, who's a pretty good guy, oh man, do I even stand a chance? And this is why I love having the Bible in our hands, right? Because we can appreciate all the aspects of God and appreciate that God is not someone to be messed with. He is who he is. He's worthy to be praised. He is worthy of all of our adoration, worthy of everything we can muster up. And actually, we are responsible for our responses to God. And so, while I would love it if some version somewhere is where God cozies up to Job, puts his arm around him, comforts him in a way that just feels humanly understandable to us. What I love about this, really, truly, deeply, sounds like the title of a Savage Garden song. What I love about this is that God responds in and giving glory to himself. He reminds Job of who he is, of who Job is even in his ignorance, but also of who God is. He continues on, and it's almost like he's asking Job the question, after all this, am I still worthy of your praise? Am I still worthy? And of course, we know the answer is yes. And I wonder if maybe that gives Job some sort of relief, that this God is so majestic, so hard to understand, just so incredibly powerful, incredibly creative and wonderful and powerful and all of those amazing things. This is who God is. There's a relief there, I think, maybe is what I'm thinking, of going, oh yeah, okay, that's God. That's God. That's who's got me covered. I have to trust God now. This is who he is. Despite all those awful things that happened to Job, I just think in this moment, is he thinking, wow, this is who I serve. And so today, as we have a time of prayer after we finish this, I would encourage you just to make it a prayer of adoration. I pray that we would read this and be encouraged that the God we serve is incredible, that there's so many layers to him. He's I'm thinking of a Shrek quote now, and we don't want to go there. But yeah, as you enter your prayer time now, just think how worthy God is to be praised. See you tomorrow.